whosoever it was, he said me my code name was Shesha. Oh Shesha, you have come. Don't try to come up, otherwise you'll have a tough time. And that was the time they gave us a challenge, and my guys they went wild. Okay, how dare a Pakistani troop can challenge us?
Born to a family of teachers, Vikram's father was a principal of a government school and his mother a school teacher. Vikram was active in sports during his school time, especially in table tennis and karate, in which he was a green belt holder. Vikram attended the DAV College in Chandigarh, enrolling in BSc Medical Sciences. It was during his stint at the DAV College that he became a cadet with the National Cadet Corps. Vikram was adjudged the best NCCA Wing Cadet of Punjab Directorate, North Zone, during the interstate NCC camp. Vikram soon worked his way up to become the senior under officer at his NCC unit and eventually marched at the Republic Day Parade in 1994. That's when he told his parents he wanted to join the army. Vikram also had an offer from a shipping company headquartered in Hong Kong to join the Merchant Navy. But Batra declined the offer and enrolled in a MA English course at Punjab University instead, so he could prepare for the Combined Defence Services exam. Batra took the CD's exam and was selected by the Services Selection Board at Allahabad in 1996. In the order of merit, Vikram was among the top 35 recruits. Hear what Vikram's twin brother Vishal had to say about his time at IME.
And this served as a beginning for what was to come at a later date. And Vikram was awarded the best cadet for 2 consecutive years in a row before leading a contingent of the NCC Directorate at Republic Day Parade in January 1994. That was the beginning, and soon after Vikram joined Indian Military Academy, Dehradun, and the rest, they say, is a history. Life was different. And leaders believe that yes, they have to plan if they have to move forward. Life wasn't easy either.
He completed a rigorous 19-month training course and was commissioned into the Indian Army as lieutenant in the 13th Battalion, Jammu and Kashmir Rifles. He received his first posting to Sopore, Baramulla, after he underwent additional training in Jabalpur. Sopore was an area of significant militant activity, and Batra had many skirmishes with the militants. Vikram also undertook the commando course in Belgaum and was awarded the highest honor, that of an instructor's grade. The 13th JACRIF, after completing its CI Ops counter-insurgency operations tenure in Kashmir under 192 Mountain Brigade of 8th Mountain Division, received orders to proceed to Shahjahanpur, Uttar Pradesh. The battalion's advance party under Major Yogesh Kumar Joshi had reached its destination, when on the 5th of June, because of the outbreak of the war, its deployment orders were changed and the battalion received orders to move to Dras. Batra informed his parents about his movement and assured them that they need not worry about him. He would call his parents at least once in 10 days. The last phone call he made was on the 29th of June 1999, in which he said, "Mummy, fit hoon? I'm absolutely fine. Don't you worry." This was the last time that Batra spoke to his mother. The 13th JACRIF reached Dras on the 6th of June. It was placed under the command of 56th Mountain Brigade and was given orders to act as reserves to the 2nd Battalion of the Rajputana Rifles 2 Rajrif during their attack on Tolo Ling Mountain. The 18 Grenadiers first attacked Tolo Ling on the 22nd of May, but were unable to capture the peak. 18 Grenadiers made 4 attempts to capture Tolo Ling, but could only succeed in securing the lower slopes, while suffering heavy casualties. Eventually, 2 Rajrif was assigned the mission of capturing Tolo Ling and they did so on the 13th of June 1999. After the capture of Tololing, 13 Jagrif marched from Dras to Tololing, reaching their destination in 12 hours. Upon reaching, Alpha Company of 13 Jagrif took over Tololing and a portion of the Hump complex from 18 Grenadiers. On the 15th of June 1999, the Jagrif base camp came under heavy artillery shelling and 6 of their soldiers were injured. Amidst heavy artillery shelling which continued unabated, Major Ajay Singh Jasrotia evacuated the wounded to safety by carrying them on his back. While rescuing the last soldier, he was fatally wounded by shrapnel. All of the 6 lived to tell the tale. Major Ajay Jasrotia was posthumously awarded the Sena Medal for his courage and sacrifice. Lieutenant General Y.K. Joshi, presently Commanding-in-Chief Northern Command and who was then Lieutenant Colonel and Commanding Officer of the 13th Jagrif, very vividly narrated about the incident.
Point 5140 was a very dominating feature in the Dras subsector. It not only dominated Tololing complex and the Hump, but it also dominated the Dras village and a very large stretch of the National Highway 1 Alpha. It was from here that the enemy could bring down very effective observed artillery fire on Tololing, on Dras and the National Highway 1 Alpha in the area. And it was from here that the enemy fired the Stinger missile when it brought down one of our helicopters in the area of Tololing. Thus the importance of capturing 5140 at the earliest. 13 Jagrif was tasked for the capture of point 5140.
13 Jack got their first unfortunate taste of the war even before they went into battle.
On the 12th of June, we moved to Dras. However, once we moved to Dras, there was a big problem of where to locate the battalion, since all along the National Highway 1 Alpha, from Dras, a couple of kilometers on either side, there were artillery guns located there. And we are not supposed to locate the infantry unit next to a RT gun position because of the danger of counter bombardment. With the great difficulty, we could manage to locate a place close to Dras where we concentrated. However, later we suffered some casualties in this area because at night the enemy, the own mortar position which was firing close by, moved to its alternative position and moved further close to our unit location, and because of the enemy counter bombardment we suffered heavy casualties, including Major Ajay Jasrotia, who lost his life at the base itself while trying to evacuate casualties.
Knowing that he won't survive, Major Ajay Jasrotia refused to be evacuated before his wounded men. His death played a role in motivating his juniors, Captain then Lieutenant Vikram Batra and Colonel then Lieutenant Sanjeev Singh Jamwal, to capture point 5140 without any casualty. It was during the briefing for the capture of point 5140 that Batra used the phrase, "Ye dil mange mo," taken from a popular Pepsi ad campaign, as his success signal. Batra was injured during the attack, but he killed 3 enemy combatants and a large number of arms and ammunition were recovered. India didn't suffer a single loss of life during the capture of point 5140. In fact, the victory started off a string of successful recaptures, and the Indian Army captured point 5100, point 4700, Junction Peak and the 3 Pimple complex. Lieutenant Batra's triumph at point 5140 had been played across on national TV. These are a few stills from the famous interview done by Barkha Dutt after the capture of point 5140.
Whosoever it was, he said me, my code name was Shersha. Oh Shersha, you have come. Don't try to come up, otherwise you'll have a tough time. And that was the time they gave us a challenge. And my guys, they went wild. How dare a Pakistani troop can challenge us?
General Ved Prakash Malik, the then Chief of Army Staff, had called Vikram up personally to congratulate him on the triumph. Vikram, who was still a lieutenant at that point, was promoted to the rank of a captain. In the meanwhile, the 13 Jagrif was sent to Mashkoh Valley under the command of 79 Mountain Brigade. The battalion was assigned the task of recapturing point 4875, a peak that held significant strategic importance as much as Tiger Hill, for it dominated National Highway 1, right from Dras to Matayan. It made a stretch of about 35 to 40 kilometers of National Highway come under direct observation of the Pakistani forces, and they could easily watch the Indian Army's movements and troops' movements. Batra was unwell with fever and was recuperating in a sleeping bag. After initial reconnaissance, the operation was launched at night. The assault continued all night, with Indian forces facing stiff enemy fire from Pakistani snipers. Point 4875 was captured, and so was Area Flat Top and adjacent peak. But immediately after that, enemy forces launched their first counter-offensive to recapture Area Flat Top. The Indian Army was holding the area under Captain Naveen Nagappa, and they had bravely fended off the first counter-attack. Captain Nagappa was injured when enemy lobbed a grenade next to him. Captain Nagappa, in order to save other troops, tried to lob the grenade back when it hit the boulder and fell back towards him, critically wounding him. At the same time, the Pakistani forces started a second counterattack to gain back Area Flat Top. At this stage, Batra volunteered himself as reinforcement for the attack. Several other soldiers of his company offered to accompany him, without official orders, many even risking a court-martial. Batra, accompanied by 25 other men, left in the middle of the night to recapture the feature. Here is Captain Naveen retelling the events of that fateful morning.
Somehow we managed to stall the counter-attack. And Captain Vikram Batra looked the state of my leg and he said, "Ki Naveen, tu aise hi baitha rahega to tu matlab yahin pe you'll bleed to death. You had to go down and get yourself treated." The bunker which I was sitting at almost collapsed. So he dragged me out of that bunker, dragged me to some distance ahead. And that stretch which was there, almost 150 meters, was exposed. So nobody could have come and possibly picked me up. So I still remember that particular event, friends, so clearly, so vividly. He gave our fists met. He told me to go down, our fists met. He just had a gentle tap on my back. I started crawling down and he started moving upwards.
The battle continued till daylight. Vikram killed 4 enemy soldiers and successfully defended Area Flat Top. He was evacuating an injured soldier when he was hit in the chest from an enemy sniper and a second later was hit by a rocket-propelled grenade RPG. Batra breathed his last next to his fellow company man. Major General G.D. Bakshi mentioned about this incident in one of his interviews.
One of their boys was hit badly and he was lying in the open and he was crying, "Somebody get me, somebody help me." So one of the JCOs of Vikram Singh, he said, "Sir, I'll get him." Vikram laid a hand on his shoulder and he said, "Tu baal bachedar hai, main shara hu. You are married, look, I have nobody behind me." He went to get that boy out. He dragged him out, and as he had almost brought him to safety, that is the time the Pakistani sniper shot him through his chest.
Captain Vikram Batra of the 13th Jack Rifles attained martyrdom on the 7th of July 1999 on point 4875, trying to save a fellow companyman. For his supreme sacrifice and service beyond the call of duty, Captain Vikram Batra was awarded the PVC, India's highest gallantry award. His father G.L. Batra received the honor for his deceased son from the President of India.
Thank you. Hope you'd find the content informative. Kindly share the video and subscribe to the channel. Do comment to let us know what are the other subjects you'd like us to cover.